Stopped on the brakes. Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track. Comes into gate. Off goes Leclerc. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
This is Solo P1. Welcome to episode 57 of the Flaming Tarmac. I know it's been 2 months since I've done a Flaming Tarmac. I know. But it is what it is. I just decided to do, let's face it, F1's been in the toilet. Let's face it, F1's been in the toilet for 3-4 months. Really, since the beginning of the season. Who really watches a Formula One, really? And honest to say that it's a great product to watch. Really. I'd rather watch The Simpsons than watch Formula One at this point. I watch it because it's part of my show and I've got to do it. But you know, when there's one of them jobs, if you're in a job that you get up in the morning and you know you don't like the job, but you know you have to do it. That's the relationship I've got with Formula One at this point. That's the relationship I have got. Because we know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. It's going to be qualifying. The commentators will kiss Max Verstappen's backside like they always do, week in and week out. Maybe because they want to, or maybe they have to do it because if they don't, they get sacked. Let's face it. Look what happened to Johnny Herbert. Johnny Herbert lost his job for talking the truth. That's why he lost his job. He called out what happened at Abu Dhabi 2021 and he lost his job. Facts. Facts. But let's face it. Look, we know how the media goes, especially the Dutch media. The Dutch media. Now we've got the Dutch media attacking Toto Wolff. Not just Lewis Hamilton. They're attacking Toto Wolff because basically Toto Wolff come out and said facts. He said, Lewis is a very sportsmanlike with these things. And is the only one that I see out there admitting, saying he's wrong. This is talking about the Oscar Piastri situation when he crashed into Oscar Piastri. Lewis said it was his fault. He come out and said it was his fault, but he still gets ridiculed by the stupid Dutch Red Bull geeks. I'm talking about the Dutch media. So basically he comes out and says he admitted he was wrong. He's the only one what does. The rest complain and moan and say they don't do it. They say, look, for instance, Max Verstappen. It's Max Verstappen crashes into Lewis Hamilton, which he did how many times in 2021? What happens? He gets lauded by it. He gets lauded by the Dutch media. He gets lauded by the F1 media. But Lewis does one mistake and admits it after. He admits it. It's not like he goes, oh no, I never done it, and starts moaning. He actually admitted it. He got out the car and he walked up to Oscar Piastri and he says to Oscar Piastri, you know what, Oscar Piastri, it was my fault. I'm sorry. But he still gets blasted by the Dutch media. By the Dutch media. But let's face it, who really cares about the Dutch media? They don't like Lewis Hamilton anyway. I could show you a few news articles what the Dutch media said about Lewis Hamilton in 2021. So after he got robbed of the 2021 Abu Dhabi world title, he went up to Max Verstappen, which he was a better person than me. I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have walked up to Max Verstappen and gave Max Verstappen a hug. Are you off your trolley? Never would I ever done that. But Lewis Hamilton, being the man he is, he walked up to him, gave him a hug, shook his hand and said congratulations, even though Lewis Hamilton knows they robbed him. But it continues. But the thing about it, at this point, Max Verstappen's breaking all these so-called records. He's breaking all these records. He has won 10 races in a row. Never ever been done in Formula One history. Well, let's put this into context. We know in history, we know with the Red Bull history, we know that Perez is there to assist Max Verstappen. We know this. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in Perez's contract. Yes, Perez's contract. Yeah, that he has to stay behind Max Verstappen. He has to assist Max Verstappen, and that's it. It's good. This is what I like about. This is what I like about Naomi Shift. They were all saying, "Oh, look, Simon Lazenbury. You know what? Max Verstappen is a great driver. Look what he's doing. Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is what Naomi Schiff said. He's in a great car. Let's talk facts. He's in a great car. Very simple. That's the reason why he's winning this race, because he's in a great car. He's a great driver, but he's also in a great car. They interviewed Lewis Hamilton on the weekend during this the Grand Prix. What Grand Prix was it? What we just passed? I forgot what it was. The Grand Prix we just had, Monza. It was just the lead up to Monza. There was an interview with Lewis Hamilton. They asked this question: what do you think about Max's records and what he's doing? And he says, you know what? It's funny because when I was winning everything and when I was dominating the entire Formula One races, they all said it was the car. They said to me, it was the car. This is what the Dutch media said, the F1 media, the EU media as a whole. If you don't support Lewis Hamilton, they were saying it was the car. But now Max Verstappen is doing similar things. They're saying it's Max Verstappen. That's all I'm saying. And he got ridiculed for it all over online. Ridiculed. It's funny that, isn't it? When Lewis Hamilton was winning, everything, the Dutch media, the Sky Sports media, the media in general said, Lewis, you're only winning because you're using that car. Not because you're a great driver. But now Max Verstappen is doing similar things. And what they're saying, it's Max Verstappen. Very simple, really. Very simple. And the thing about it, yeah, it would never get called out. This is why Formula One has got no credibility. They can come out and say, oh yeah, Formula One's we're signing contract for this track. It's another 4 years we're going to be in Singapore. But your ratings are tanking. And I'm glad. I want them to tank. I want them to get AEW ratings every week. I want them to tank because that's what you deserve. All you had to do is give Lewis Hamilton, after all these years, what he worked for, the world title. But no, you orchestrated it. You made it all perfect in your nice little bubble world. We're going to get this guy. He's not going to pass Michael Schumacher's record. He can stay on the same record as him, but you're not passing him. You're not going to be king of F1. We don't want a guy like you, the king of F1. That's what it was. Very simple. They've done the same thing to Tiger Woods. Very simple. They didn't want this man to be the top of Formula One, even though we know he is. More racy wins. More podiums. More lockout front rows. More podiums. More first place wins. More races at one single track. Very simple. Any record, what means anything in Formula One, Lewis Hamilton has got it. Anyway, Lewis Hamilton drove the Italian Grand Prix, brake problems. They didn't mention that on the TV. Lewis Hamilton had brake problems in the entire race of Monza. Didn't moan about it, just got on with it. That was Max Verstappen. He'll be spitting his dummy out. They asked Toto on the weekend as well. Just one more thing to wrap this video up. They asked Toto on the weekend, say, Toto, what's going on, Toto? What do you think of Max Verstappen's record? Nah, don't really mean nothing, does it? Like I said, Lewis Hamilton done them. Nobody said anything. And let's face it, it's for the Wikipedia. Nobody cares. And he got blasted by the Dutch media. Again, don't worry about it. The irrelevancy of the Dutch media. Nobody cares. But what it boils down to, Lewis Hamilton is the greatest Formula One driver on the grid today, along with Alonso. Very simple. And I believe Hamilton will win his 9th world title. And I'm glad he signed a new contract. You know what's funny about it? That he signed a new contract. All the haters can cry in the pillar more. Because as long as Lewis Hamilton's there, you know eventually that Mercedes car is going to be up to scratch. And when he's up to scratch, watch out, Max Verstappen, you stupid geek. See you later, guys. Big up. Flaming Tarmac, episode 57. Bye. See you later. Bye.